So let's go into your reading here. The first two cards that I have out here is the Ten of Cups as well as the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is shown up first, and this is a card about conflict, inner conflict or conflict between us and another person. And I do feel that, there could be like social expectations, family expectations coming through, telling you to, either conform, telling you that you need to do a specific thing. So I feel like, these are like deeply rooted traditional, cultural, even family expectations of you. So those of you who are, married, there might be expectations to get pregnant, to have children, to bring grandchildren into the pictures for your parents. And then the others of you, I feel like you're in an environment where everyone is a certain way. By a certain age, they're supposed to be married. By a certain age, they're supposed to have a property. Or by a certain age, they're supposed to have so many children, in the picture. So I feel like there is an inner conflict playing out between you, between like, family tradition, going by, like doing what other people expect of you. And I feel like there's an element here of, tradition, conformity, and even settling down to a stable, more relaxed, and more predictable lifestyle, or, continuing what you're doing, which is like craving more excitement in your work environment, in your home environment, or even in your relationship. So I do feel like you're kind of reaching a stage sometime this month where you are dealing with a lot of like people. They might be getting married. They might have like engagement parties. And a lot of you are just like, you know what? That sounds really nice. I'm kind of ready to settle down. But then I feel like for others of you, you want these things, but realistically, you're just like, I really want to find the right person to share my life with. So the whole concept about family planning, about, what do I want in my romantic future, or what do I want in my, to stabilize my life? These things are coming through. I feel a lot of you are going through a maturation process, where you are reconnecting with your mother figure or like maternal figures in your life. And especially, especially for those of you who are watching this, who are like in your 30s and 40s, I feel like, that whole concept about, leaving the past behind, wanting a more stable, structured, home life, and wanting to like seek the one to share a life with. I do sense that coming through for many of you. And you're grappling this dilemma within yourself, about, freedom versus restrictions. In the past, you might have seen family life as very, very karmic, very troublesome, very difficult to navigate. But at this point, I feel that you are very appreciative of the people that are in your family, and you might see value in them, where, if ever you needed something, you know that they're always there. So not everyone gets along, but everyone is always there for each other through thick and thin. And I feel like a deep part of you likes that, values that, and you want to have somebody in your life to share that type of unconditional loving bond with. So I feel that you're grappling this dilemma between, settling down or playing the field as well. For others of you, I feel like you're going through a period of reassessment, and I feel like it has been for the past 10 months. Okay, not 10 years, 10 months. So for the past 10 months, I feel like some major changes has happened in your life. Either a major home move, a major relationship that came to fruition, or something major, like, you could also be going through like in your 50s and going through what seems like a midlife crisis. You might be just turning 30, hitting your Saturn return, and feeling a lot of responsibilities are kind of like bearing down on you. And you're trying to, reassess, like, what can I do differently so that my life is not so burdensome? What can I do differently so that I still have, full mobility, and that I'm not bogged down with too many responsibilities? So I feel like these, big existential questions are coming through as it relates to whether or not you're ready at this point to settle down. And I feel that those of you who are settled down, you're wanting more, you're wanting more excitement, and I feel like your soul is craving for more. And it feels to me that, you can take a temporary break, take a temporary journey, voyage, in order to figure these things out. So don't do anything drastic, okay? Hold off on making drastic decisions, especially for this month and going into January. mainly because it is Mercury in retrograde, but also because these questions are coming up as it's an opportune time for you to re-examine these issues. It's just not a time to make any drastic life changes at this present moment, especially if you're grappling with the freedom versus restriction dichotomy in your own life, okay? So the next two cards coming through, we do have the Prince of Wands. This is your energy. This is a very, very easily excitable person, somebody who's very adventurous, who's very bold, who's very, I want to say like a little bit impulsive and rash as well. Okay. This is a fire sign. So this is representative of you, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. And I do feel that what I'm sensing here is that a lot of the times, well, it's linked up here with the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles in this situation, it deals with like business expansion, generosity, and it deals with like very good energy that indicates to me like good karma coming back through. Okay. So I feel that in your dealings with others in the past, a lot of you have been very like open-hearted, open-handed, you know, when you're dealing with other people, and you've always wanted you know, to like not misrepresent yourself. You've always tried to be like very on the up and up when it comes to, you know, being truthful, being honest, and being helpful to other people. I do feel they're saying there's some blessings coming back home to roost, like good karma being repaid for this month, especially with this card, and it's right under you, which basically means that whatever good deeds you've done in the past is coming through. This is a good month for any type of generous acts, volunteering, giving at a church, like giving alms to other people, giving to shelters, or even, you know, people like homeless people in the streets as well, like peddlers. So I do feel like some good karma coming back home to roost, and it's just a good month for you to do some charitable act, because I feel like it can pay, it can pan out really well for you. Okay, and I mean, you know, in the spirit of giving, it's not always about what we get back, but I do feel this is the good month for you to see like a lot of the things that you have given out come back to you in a different way, but in an equally magnanimous manner. So I feel like it's coming back through in a very beautiful way. So I feel like you can, you know, count on some good blessings coming through for this month. And I do feel a lot of it is like I do see gift cards. I do see like you know, little financial windfalls here and there, going to a store, buying something, and then, you know, automatically like they're all of a sudden they have like a sale, and then you get like a promotional item on top of whatever you bought. So I feel like a lot of little luck sprinkled into the month of December for many of you, and a lot of it has to do with, you know, being generous in the past, and then things coming to you in a very beautiful, fruitful way. Okay, so like unexpected blessings coming through. Be careful about overspending. So I feel like for those of you who are dealing with financial stress and strain, and especially if you are kind of like in the red financially and you're trying to do Christmas shopping, you know, take time to explore, because I feel like that's coming through for those of you, especially if you have been kind of struggling financially. I feel like there are little blessings here and there to help you. Okay. Um, I do see a lot of like bonuses, royalty checks being made out to you. And I also feel people coming to see you as well. You know, they're coming to see you, or they're asking you to have meet them for lunch and dinner and things like that. And then like the meal is paid for. So that's what I'm sensing with this card. It's like divine intervention in a very good way to like bring back good karma. So it's very positive. Okay. Um, the next cluster here deals with the Princess of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So the Princess of Wands, this is the Page of Wands, which traditionally denotes a messenger, okay? This is news regarding projects, contracts, and it deals with like minor, I would say like creative projects as well, for those of you who are in the creative field. Especially if you're in the creative field, there is going to be a lot of financial abundance coming through here with the Queen of Pentacles. So this is not like another energy I'm sensing. This is more kind of like what you're willing, like the skills, the assets that you're bringing to the table and how you are being rewarded. So I feel that for some of you who are on a contract basis or you are working on a commission basis, I do see a lot of like good news coming through on the financial front as it pertains to like signing contract, retaining a very lucrative client, as well as like job opportunities coming through, possibly from like outside the city, further away. And I do feel like you're just like, if I take up this job, I'm gonna have to travel. So you're kind of weighing the pros and cons of whether or not to relocate, to move for a job. A lot of you are just waiting back to hear back from a job, and I do sense it's going to be in your favor. It's going to be very fruitful, where it's going to bring not only like financial stability, but it's going to bring a lot of professional success as well. So if you have been applying for work, I do feel this is the month in which, you know, you're starting to get those callbacks. You're starting to get like you know, just keep your phone free, and you know, try to not turn it on silent when you can, so that you can, you know, physically be there when the other person calls. And I do sense like some good news coming through on the financial front as well. Okay. What I'm also getting is that I feel for some of you, if you have been sharing space with another person, if you have been sharing space with another person, like if you've been living with another person, if you're renting out a room, if you're like the homeowner and you're renting out a portion of the house or portion of the room, there are some talks about, you know, raising the rent. I don't feel that it's going to be bad at all. I feel that it's justifiable, and I do sense there is some money coming through as it pertains to like tenancy, people renting out your space, or you know, things like that, especially if you're a homeowner. If you have been waiting for somebody to occupy like a home to rent out, if you have been looking for tenants, I do feel this is the month in which, you know, you can find a very, very stable long-term tenant. Okay. For others of you, if you are dealing with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and I feel for many of you, if this is an earth sign that is coming through from the past, there's some type of gift coming through from the earth sign. There's very good communication, you know, such as like a greeting. If you have been kind of estranged from this person, I do feel that they're coming through with some type of good words, like good blessings for the holiday season. They could be wanting to get in touch with you, and then there might be, you know, travel to see them, or arrangements for to meet up somehow and reconnect, or even to like just meet up and catch up. So I do sense that. Especially if they are more on the feminine side, like if it's a female, especially, that's what I'm sensing. I'm feeling a very, very strong feminine vibe with this earth sign. Okay. What I'm also getting is that there is going to be overall good news when it comes to bonuses, commission checks, and things like that made out to you. And I do sense, you know, it's really going to help boost your professional life. Okay. The last cluster we're dealing with here is the Death card, as well as the Sun. And the Death card indicates a major, major transformation, a major ending to some things that you've been doing in the past, whether it's like I want to say like more so on the professional front. If you have been shifting from one job to the next, I do feel that at this point, a lot of you are landing a job that is going to lead to a career. Okay. So you're not going to be bouncing around a lot anymore. You're like settling into a career. And then for others of you, if you have been kind of like jumping around from partner to partner, I do feel this is the month in which you're getting a little bit more serious and you're aiming for a little bit more stability. And then others of you, if you have been like, I see a lot of reform when it comes to your professional image. So I see a lot of you dressing differently, looking more professional, you know, spending more money, like getting suits and suits custom made, or like, you know, outfits custom made, especially for the work front. And I do sense like the manner in which you speak, you are becoming a lot more professional is what I'm sensing. And then for others, I do sense like if you are on social media specifically, and you're friends with employers or colleagues, I do feel that a lot of you are kind of like going through social media accounts and, deleting things that might not, that might like rub other people the wrong way, especially on the professional environment. So if you're friends with them and they can see everything that you've posted in the past, I do see some purging, some cleaning up of social media accounts. I do sense like you are trying to project more of a professional image because you are kind of afraid of other people digging up things from the past. So I do sense that, but I don't feel like it's done in a deceitful way. I feel like you're just going through a process, a big, 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 major process of maturation. And for others, I feel like if you've had a relationship in the past that, almost led to marriage, like you were together for a really long time and it almost led to marriage, I feel that this is the month in which you're finally, if that relationship ended, right? I feel that you're finally able to let it go. So I do see people on social media deleting pictures of ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, and leaving that once and for all behind in the past so that you can invite a new person into your life and into, albeit like a uh, electronic life, but I feel that you're still, allowing yourself to move away from it and to move to a different, a new person, or to move to a different, to let things go. So it looks really good. And I do feel that, after the death card, we have the sun here. And the sun greatly indicates joy, happiness, contentment that's coming through in store for you. So I do feel, towards the end of the month, this is when your metabolism starts to pick up. This is when like you're making New Year's resolution as it pertains to your health, your overall happiness. And I feel that you're going to be a lot more like just active when it comes to living your life authentically to you. Okay, so the last three cards here indicates your spiritual advice. First of all, we do have a love offer coming through. This is offer for dates. This is offer for like going out, socializing, friendship as well. But in this specific case, I do feel that this is a love offer that is being made to you. If you have been waiting around for somebody, I do feel they are coming through, and it is going to allow for a spark of passion, reinvigoration in a relationship, or even like, a spark of new energy that will really, really, it has the potential to grow if you choose to nurture it. So I do feel that, a lot of you, you're doing, you're getting like very good news coming through overall. This is going to be a really, really good month for you. I do feel a lot of the transformation that has happened is very gradual. And I feel that a lot of you might have a new person in the picture that is allowing you to get over the previous person. So I do see a lot of people deleting pictures of exes, okay? So that when you are friends with a new person, then so that you're not haunted by memories of the past relationships or past hurts and things like that. So it looks really good. I do feel new ideas coming through, new projects coming through, work environment as well, especially if you have been waiting on some type of like either even disability is what I'm sensing, like disability payouts that's coming in. It's going to be fruitful for you. And I do sense like recovery from health issues the beginning of the month. If you have been feeling under the weather, you're going to be re-energized by the end of the month, okay? So I feel like disability claims, if you've been in a long-standing battle, that's coming through to end things. Custody issues, it's also coming to an end as well, okay? And I feel that it's going to be ruled in your favor.